Good morning, class. I hope you all are doing well. Today, we are in English class. We are going to read the next part of chapter 2, Pushkar. As we have started this chapter 2, so we'll do a quick summary. I'll quickly summarize the chapter what we have read so far. So, here the writers, it is written by two writers. It's a couple, Hugh and Colleen Genster, and they have written a travelogue and they have told us their experience when they visited Pushkar, Rajasthan. They tell us about its beauty, how beautiful it was when they visited Pushkar, how beautiful they felt, what they saw there during that fair. They visited Pushkar during a fair and they really enjoyed there a lot. They tell us about different tribes, different people that they saw, like Raikars, Gujars, Lohars, Bhils. These kind of people they saw there during that beautiful evening of autumn. Autumn is the season when leaves fall from the trees. Then they tell us why they visited Pushkar, because it was a time of fair. Over the centuries, that fair was taking, animal fair, that colorful animal fair was taking place there, and authors, they visited Pushkar during that time. They tell us that cattle, sheep, goats, camels and horses, they are bought and sold after much bargaining during that fair. And they was enjoying all these things. They saw different types of people there. They saw why this fair was taking place and how families who are living far from each other, they come together and to enjoy and to celebrate this fair. Relatives and friends, they greet each other and everyone enjoy eating and shopping. Their authors also, they enjoyed frying pakoras and sizzling jalebis, and they tell us that how beautiful it felt to see all these things, to enjoy those delicacies. They were so excited and so happy, and it fills them with energy. Then they saw a man who was having pitchforks. They call it chokni, and there was mobile phone also. So they tell us that how people are still using the things we used to use in past there, and along with the use of technology, they are not lacking behind in technology also. They are using technology also, as well as the things that is used, old tools, we can say old tools are also used by them. The authors are telling us that when they are moving during that fair, they saw different types of people, how they gathered together, how they were enjoying different things to eat, and how so many people, they saw camels, they saw, and then what they saw, different types of games were taking place there, and crowd was cheering for them, for the people who were participating in those games. There were camel races, there were turban time competitions, and there was Well of Death. So these were all the games that people were enjoying there. And then they saw a beautiful horse whose price was 13 lakhs earlier when it was sold, but now it was 51 lakhs. So all these things are observed by the author, and they have jotted down, they have penned it down here in the form of a story, in the form of a travelogue, that how they felt when they saw such beautiful place like Pushkar. So today we are going to read after this what happened, what they saw next. We strolled past women shopping for bangles while their lone male companion stood behind, frowning unhappily. To stroll means to walk in such any manner, and lone means alone. So after that, the authors, they observed women who were buying bangles along with their male companions who stood behind, frowning unhappily. Frown means to contract, who were having displeasure. They were not happy at all. Then the authors observed them. Then camels slurped water from a trough, dipping into their own reflections. It was only when we noticed that the lengthening shadows that we realized that we had been here the whole day. Who are we here? The authors, both Hugh and Colleen Genster. They are a couple and they were traveling through Pushkar and they were enjoying the fair there. After that, they observed camels. They were drinking water from a trough. It was a kind of container from which they were drinking water. dipping into their own reflections. During that time, the authors realized that they have been there from the whole day. Then the great tented camp on the plains and its twinkling cookies fires were touched by the orange disk of the setting sun. Now they are telling the beauty of the sun, that how beautiful the tents, the camps were looking in the sunlight, how it was looking. When the twinkling cooking fires were touched by the orange disk of the setting sun. When the sun was setting, in the evening time when the sun was setting, how beautiful those tents, those camps looked. When we wove our way through them, many village folk looked up, smiled, and offered to share their meal with us. Wove means wave. It's the second form of wave. Wave. To say hi to someone or to say hello, it's like that. So, when we wove our way through them, they were now, the authors, they were waving to the village people, to the people who were standing there, the folks there, and many village folks there. Folk means local people of Rajasthan. If someone would say folks of Haryana, then local people of Haryana, local people of Punjab, that is folks. So those local people of Rajasthan, they looked up, they smiled and offered to share their meal with us. Us is here authors. They are enjoying the fair. They are there to witness that fair in Pushkar. Most desert people are very hospitable. Hospitable means offering a very pleasant environment. Av bhagat karna, that you know that. We sat cross-legged around a fire on soft sheepskin rugs. I ate amber-baked rotla bread with a curry of crisp desert vegetables. This soft sheepskin rugs, these are a kind of cloth that they wore when they were sitting around the fire and ate amber baked rotla. It's a kind of thick roti or chapati, bread with the curry of crisp desert vegetables, the local vegetables that they eat. We then drank rich white chas made from buttermilk and churned with spices and herbs. It's a drink there that they made, the local people made, and the authors enjoyed that drink. It was made from buttermilk and churned with spices and herbs. The sun, a flaming orange ball. Now, a flaming orange ball. The author has called sun a flaming orange ball. Flaming means because sun is full of fire, that is why they have called sun a flaming orange ball. And when the sun, it sets, sometimes its color is orange also. So, it has compared sun to a flaming orange ball, sank slowly into the hot desert sands. The night was silvered with moonlight as we slept. The author is telling the beauty of the sun when it was setting, and it set in the hot desert sands. Sank is the second form of sink. Then the night was silvered with moonlight as we slept. Then during the night, when the authors were sleeping, they saw the beauty of moonlight. The beauty of moon, they saw that how the night was looking, making it silver. With the moonlight, it was adding a silver touch to the night. We rose before dawn and merged into a river of people flowing towards the lakes. Dawn is the time before the sunrise, and the night ends and before the sunrise. In the middle of that time is called dawn. Then the authors are telling us that they rose. Rose means rise up. Rose is the second form of rise. They rise before dawn and merged into a river of people flowing towards the lakes. Merge means they went into the river of people that was flowing towards the lakes. We were caught in